Still waiting for a big smile out of you. You're up 2-0. What's the story? Are you not happy, or you're only half happy, or?
Still to be happy about.
You're up 2-0.
Job's not finished. Job finished? I don't think so.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Rick's Blazing Takes. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you here with me. I appreciate that. So without further ado, let's get right into this thing. SimWorld, what up? What it do? What's going on? This is Rick Blaze. Welcome to another episode of Rick's Blazing Takes. Give you the ins and outs of what's going on in SimWorld, what's going on everywhere. And you know I'm on it today. I got some things I want to talk about. First things first, I got to get right to it. We're going to start with the SWBA. Summer League is going on. And, of course, all the talk of the town is Bronny James, the number 55th pick in the NBA draft. And they talk about how well he's doing or how well he's not doing. And I just want to give my little 2 cents on this. You know, Marsh talked about it yesterday, and I'm going to come from a little bit different perspective. Marsh had a good episode or a good show yesterday about that, and so I'm going to come from a little bit different perspective. First of all, it's the Summer League. Let's not read too much into the Summer League. Side note, them boys Reed Shepard and Cam look really nice for the Rockets. I gotta say, they look really, 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 really good. I know it's Summer League, but I gotta put that out there. Them boys look cold as the Rockets. You tell me, you hear me? Them boys look cold. Anyway, all right, back to Bronny. Has it been looking good? Should have stayed in school? Yes. Would he have benefited from staying a couple more years in school and college? Yes. I think he probably should have stayed as a junior. So the reality of it is, if he doesn't develop any more than what he currently is, he's going to spend most of his career probably in the G League. Well, newsflash, ladies and gentlemen. Most players go to the G League. The NBA only has so many slots. Most players either go to the G League or they go overseas, or hell, they don't go anywhere at all. After they're done with college, they're done. So, you know, I know people are going to pump it up to be something bigger than what it is because of the namesake. I get it. But I want to put some perspective in this thing. I want to put some real perspective on this thing. If I may. In all of sports, you pick any sport you want to. You can even add table tennis if you want to as a sport. Doesn't matter. In all of sports, 99% of the time, the father and son of the same sport are both are not elite. In all of sports, it can be baseball, basketball, hockey, football, golf, soccer, badminton, hide and go seek. You pick the sport. The father and son are never always both elite. Either the father was really good and the son just all right, or the father was just all right and the son is really good. In the same sport is what I'm talking about. It doesn't happen often. Matter of fact, you have a better chance of winning the lottery than you do having a father and son be both elite in the same sport. As a matter of fact, I have some stats here. It's only happened 4 times. Only 4 times in the history of all of sports has a father and son came into their respective sport at whatever time they came in, and they both play at a very high elite level. Let me give you those names. In baseball, you got Vladimir Sr., Vladimir Jr. Cool. Both players are elite in their respective times. Good at both. That's a good example. Also in baseball, can't forget about the legends. Ken Griffey Sr., Ken Griffey Jr. Both players play at a very high level, play elite. They were starters on their team. They made major contributions to their squad. In racing, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Dale Earnhardt Sr. Again, elite on both levels by both men. And in hockey, I went all over the sports. Brett Hull and Brett Hull. That's the list, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't exist anywhere else. So if that's the list, then why are we giving Bronny James such a hard time? when we know, based on history, it does not happen. Michael Jordan's had sons. He had 2 of them. They ain't do nothing. No one gave Jordan a hard time. I understand we're in a different era, right? But my point is, we give them a hard time not because of Bronny, but because of his dad, LeBron. This goes to show how big of an imprint LeBron has had, not only with his peers in the league, for the sport of basketball, for the entire world. He has the ability to bring his son, who averages 4 points a game in college, get him drafted in the second round when he probably shouldn't have been drafted at all. That's the type of pull. That's the type of mirage. That's the type of aura LeBron James has. You talk about cementing a legacy. What other player in basketball history was able to do that? Not Jordan. Not even Kobe. He had daughters. Rest in peace. LeBron is the only player that can. My aura is so big. My impact is so large. I can carry you into the league. I can put you in the league personally just by you being of my gene pool. No other player in the history of basketball has done that. Matter of fact, only 4 players have done it at an elite level. Only 4 groups of families have done it in an elite level of any sport. Oh my God. That's another tip in the feather of the cap of LeBron James. I don't even know if it's arguably right now the greatest of all time. All right. I got to say that, and I got to pivot to the second part of this. Listen, America, we're in trouble. We are in trouble. We are in trouble. We are in trouble. We have this election coming up, and I just feel this way. Now, I'm not really the one to really talk about politics. I don't really get into politics. I'm not Democrat or Republican. You know what I am? You know who I vote for? I vote for Pedro. I would vote for Pedro in a heartbeat. That's who has my vote. I will vote for Pedro. I think, personally, America just need a date for a while. We've been in a lot of tumultuous relationships when it comes to these presidents of the United States. We've been in some really bad. They've been abusive. They've been liars. They've been cheaters. They don't even have the right to pay on. Some of them halfway dead. I think we just need a date. We don't need to commit to any president. We should just date for a while. See, I hate them folks that always got to be in a relationship. No matter what. They get out of one, they just have to be in one. Like they're gonna run out of oxygen from the oxygen tree if they can't be in a relationship. I hate those folks. You know what? Because they're clingers. They're dependent and not independent. I think America needs to be independent for a while. Let's just date. Let's just try a few people out for a couple of weeks, for a couple of months, and see how the shit works. I don't think we should be rushing to this thing. I don't think we're ready. I don't think the country is ready. We're still healing. We're still dealing with the aftermath of everything else. I don't think we are ready for a committed, serious relationship, especially now with these 2 goofs. The first guy, you got to check his pulse every 5 minutes because you don't know when he's going to die or not. Ricky, you're wrong. Tell me I'm lying, though. You can say I'm wrong, but tell me I'm lying. The man gets on there, and I didn't know if he couldn't read the teleprompter, if he was going on the top of his head. I don't know if his arthritis kicked in. I don't know if amnesia. I don't know what the hell happened with Joe Biden. But I swear, Joe Biden aged 36 years from the time he started the debate to the time he ended. He was 72 years old when he started the debate. My man was 104 by the time the debate ended. I saw him gradually shrivel up. You know how on the movies or on TV, on YouTube, they'll show a process and they'll speed the camera up so you'll see a flower go from a seed to a bloom, and they'll go from a blooming flower to how it died, and they'll speed the camera up so you can see it in real time. It's really slow. That's what I saw Joe Biden do. I saw him shrivel up smaller and smaller and smaller until I couldn't even. Joe, say no to Joe. I just. And the other guy, 45, he over here faking deaths. He acting like he the next Tupac now. He coming back, all eyes on me when he pull out of his limo car. He got package of ketchup hanging from his ear, acting like he been shot and bleeding. I mean, don't get me wrong. That was a great PR stunt, but there's no way. There's no way that really happened like it really happened. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. He was playing golf the next day with no bandages on his ear, perfectly fine. Then he shows up later on the night or the next day with a package of ketchup wrapped around his ear. He got gauze around his ear like he just got his ear bit off by jaws. Come on, guys. The man, he gets his body spray painted orange. I've never been tanning before. But can somebody tell me, can you pick a color when you tan? I didn't know there was a color wheel that you can choose when you go tan. I've never been tanning before. I don't know. Someone learned me something today. Can you pick a color when you tan? You can pick blue, green. Apparently you can pick a color, or maybe the tanning booth he goes to, he comes out looking like a navel orange with a toupee on. That's what I see. This our president? Faking the Machiavellian Machiavelli Trump is our president with the orange spray paint, looking like a grown Oompa Loompa. So we got one guy who we can't find a post, who's on Father SoundCloud. He may be dead right now as I'm saying this speech, and the other guy is faking his death like he's Machiavelli. He spray painted himself orange, looking like an Oompa Loompa, and they both want to represent us and date. I'm supposed to commit to that? Nah, son. Count me out. That's all I got. Let's cuss and discuss in the comments, man. I'll see y'all next week. Peace.